welcome to Liminal Oracle. Please make a selection on the screen and I will see you at your group. Hello group number 1, those of you who picked the megaphone. Who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? And as much as there's meaning that comes with the cards, I also read intuitively and get messages by looking at the images. And who are you becoming? It feels like you've been like the person, you've been like the horse, the expression on the horse. Like you felt like you weren't in control in your life and that other people were in control of you, but you're turning into someone who is yielding the sword. You're turning into the person who's standing their ground and in charge of their, I don't know, like domain is what I'm hearing. You're the one who calls the shots now. You went from a point of fear to empowerment. And the next cards that come out are very happy. Like you've created this happy, fulfilling life for yourself. I'm also hearing for some of you successful business partners that you've created success with other people despite having to walk away from others. It's like you rose from the ashes is that what I'm getting here, that you've been able to get to your fulfillment. Yeah, and you had to go through some struggles to get there. Let's see what else. Strength. Yeah, you've had incredible strength to get here. There are people who, I heard like brainwashing, like you felt like you were being brainwashed and that you were often questioning why you were getting the advice you were getting by the people in your life. And this ultimately pushed you out of the environment that you were in because you had to stand up for yourself. You had to say something. I'm just hearing it's not right, it's not right. Like a little kid trying to go to their parents and trying to teach their parents, but their parents don't hear them. They don't hear them. But I'm getting that you have had a lot of spiritual support, spiritual help, whether it was through your religion, your own spiritual practices, that you connected with powers that are, on another side. That really fueled a lot of your strength during your lonely times. I've got the Four of Summer here. Being distracted, failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. And this seems like how you were. You were both these people here. You were going through both of these emotions, I guess, that are being depicted. Like you were in a point of like, why me? Why is this my life? Why am I like this? Like, how long am I going to be stuck here? While also praying for help, praying to be plucked out, praying for the life that you're really wanting to create for yourself. And you did. And this is what you came from. There's a lot of comparison. I mean, a lot of wanting to talk about who you have been and who you are becoming. Oh, right. So okay. I got a little carried away because how strong that this second energy is, that I forgot that it's who are you becoming, not who have you become. So maybe they're reiterating to me that you might still be a little bit in this spot, but getting to the next one. And the next card here is the keep dancing, don't stop. You belong. You your hard work is going to be paying off, and the rewards that you get from this you absolutely have earned, and you deserve to be there. And this is a reminder that these are confirmations that you are on the right path. If this sounds familiar, that you felt that you didn't have power to change your situation, and now you're going through this evolution of finding this power within yourself, speaking your truth, upholding boundaries, and changing your reality, then this is the confirmation that you are absolutely doing all the right things and that you're well on your way to success and achieving what you've been working so hard to achieve. That's all I've got for this group. If you felt called to another one, please feel free to watch that. If this is where I'll leave you, then I hope to see you next time. For those of you who chose the stack of paper, who are you becoming? So first I'll get a couple cards on the energy that you've been in, the circumstances that you've been in, and who you're becoming based on what you have been doing, based on the changes that you've been making. So who are you becoming? Whoa. Okay. So even though it says prepare for results, your fruit is ready for harvest. 10-10, this moth, like you've gone through this metamorphosis. It feels like even this beginning state that I'm picking up on, you've already been going through. So maybe you've been in a long period of change and transition and really trying to create the life that you want. Who are you becoming? So that's the energy that you've been in. Oh. Alright, so the story that I'm getting here is that you were a part of a team of some sorts and got left behind, whether that's like a group of coworkers, actual like teammates, family, that you were tasked to do something specific. Like, say everybody had a task and then you had yours, but it feels like you had to handle yours on your own, or you were more isolated. Kind of like everyone's going to go take some tasks together in the same break room, so they all get to hang out and socialize while you're going out and taking care of something outside in the dirt or something. It just feels like there is an imbalance and almost like this intentional distancing between the group and you. And that this forced you to step up and take charge, make choices of your life, make plans that you know, it seems that maybe you were pushed into a situation that you weren't ready for. And this is just the story that I'm getting here. If this is not resonating with you, then please disregard it. But the strong theme that's coming out here is a story of having to figure it out on your own and making a lot of mistakes for it, but still trying to be the best that you can be. It kind of, the comparison that's wanting to come out is like a child who had to raise themselves, and they're doing the absolute best that they can be, and they may be doing as much right as they can, but there are certain things that they just simply do not know, do not have experience with, because they had to figure it out on their own, and that this is something that you had to learn. And it feels like there's some shame that you carried for that, because you pride yourself on how strong you are, how much you've done with what you have. But don't be too hard on yourself. It feels like you did so much. You did as much as you could with what you have, and then some. That you exceed expectations for whatever position that you were in with what you were able to make for yourself. Like what I'm hearing basically is like you were a statistic but beat the statistics. But you're still very disappointed with the mistakes that you did made. Feels like there's a perfectionist, a huge perfectionist in you, or, maybe dealing with some unresolved issues that may be causing you to be harder on yourself than you deserve. And it feels like you're going to be mothering yourself. And your transformation is more one of stepping back and nurturing yourself, loving and honoring yourself. Why or like with the support of a friend or a mother figure, either you're going to be shifting into an energy where you're mothering yourself, or there might be someone else coming in to help mother you as well. That you're not supposed to feel so alone in this next one. How are you transforming papers? Group 2. You are stepping away from the pain, the isolation, what was really holding you back. And it feels like I'm hearing like a chip on your shoulder, and you're letting that go and finding the power and magic within yourself. It almost feels like you were scorned, or still holding this anger and resentment for the people who hurt you. And you're getting into a place where you are letting that go. You've been able to accomplish so much while carrying these burdens, and now you are releasing them, but I am also hearing you're transforming them, and you're creating some, I heard like you're creating some luck for yourself, some good luck, some good energy. And again, another card about celebration, news worth celebrating. So prepare for results at the beginning. You've got news worth celebrating coming towards the end, and some real inner healing and love within yourself. Feels like also like a lot of pampering yourself, maybe doing some spa treatments, bath, just more naps. It just feels like you're taking more care of yourself and just letting go of what has been burdening you for too long. You're kind of at a point where you're just like, I am so over this. I am so done with this. I just want to feel better at this point. And then you do. It's like a switch. That's all I've got for you, Group 2. If you felt called to see another pile, please go ahead and check it out. And I hope to see you next time. Hello, Group 3. This is the pile for those of you who chose the wand. So who are you becoming? Who is pile 3? Group 3, the wand becoming. So this is this is like the energy of where you're coming from. And then we're going to get to the transformation that you're at with the energy that you are currently working with. So trust there's a reason that everything happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on which frightens or worries you. Like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're looking over your shoulder. What's the energy that Group 3 has been in? All right, let's see what the story is here. Okay, so getting this defensive, worried energy here is about your relationship, financial hardship with your partner, and you two are working to bring in this financial success as well as emotional healing. Okay, so again, if this resonates, this resonates. If not, then I hope that you'll find another reading or pile that works for you. But the energy that I'm getting is that this is about a couple, either a pair, a business pair, or a relationship couple, but it's two individuals who are working together for the same goals. And I'm getting that you might be triggered with each other, jumping on each other. Maybe some overreactions are happening and then you realize after the fact. And I'm getting like a stubborn energy of maybe being hesitant to apologize, but there is an acknowledgement where, like, I'm seeing like two stubborn partners who realize, like in the midst of whatever argument is happening, realize, oh, I misunderstood that, or oh, I took that the wrong way, but not wanting to admit that and just end it. It kind of feels like it turns into a stalemate of sorts, and you both end up feeling like you're left out in the cold, while wanting to be let in from the other. But you do have similar goals and you're both in it together. Feels like even with this, it feels, I'm here like annoyance or whatever's been going on here, there is still stability and growth, both monetary growth as well as emotional growth. I'm also getting like a lot of emotional safety. So let's see how you're transforming. So this is like this situation you're going through. Let's see how you're transforming. Okay, keep dancing, don't stop. This card came out in one of the earlier groups as well. Alright, I got a lot of cards there. Okay. Right. So we're going to continue. Feels like this energy where you're continuing to move forward. You're both dreaming of this future, wanting to work together. But it feels like you're turning into an energy where you're going to turn to yourselves and end up apologizing to each other. But a wish is coming true. Manifest your hard work, have faith, and allow. You're magnetic, like a moth to a flame, discernment many actions. So this feels like a side note message. So as these things are resolving in your life, so you're getting over this hump. And when we go through adversity, we get stronger a lot of the time, right? And well, the energy here is that you're going through an obstacle and you're coming out on the other end stronger. And you are attracting a lot of opportunities, attracting what you want. And as you're attracting that, some other things might be attracted as well. So as you're getting good offers or opportunities, there might be some thrown in the mix that might get in the way or might be a distraction. Another example would also be, instead of taking that road of moving forward and being like, hey, you know, I thought about it and I'm sorry, or whatever, you might be tempted to go back to your old ways. But with you moving into this new chapter, the old behaviors really aren't going to work. They're not going to have the same effect. The consequences and responses are going to be different, because it truly feels that you two have accomplished a lesson here, that you are accomplishing one. And moving forward, if things go back to the old cycles, it's just, there's going to be different responses is what I'm getting. It's going to be different. It's not going to be the same. I heard like you're in a different ball game. All right, let's get any last messages. This was a lot. Who you're becoming. My camera just cut off, but that you would see this very plainly. Well, I hope that the whole message went through. So essentially, having a good time, having a good flow, family, friends, receiving information with your opportunities, and using your discernment, getting rid of what doesn't serve you, and whether it's information on opportunities or patterns, behavioral patterns, or friendships, you're going to find some information out or be able to weigh the pros and cons and make a decision to remove what will not serve you. And as you do that, you will be able to get to that next level, next chapter, and feel your most powerful self. Feel like you're on top of the world is what I'm getting. Feel like you beat the game, that you were able to crack the code. So this looks like you're transforming into someone who has a keen eye and is able to achieve success because of it. All right, group number 4 or 3. Was it 3 or was it 4? I think that was 3. I hope that this reading resonated. If not, I wish you luck in finding one that does. And if you were drawn to another pile, please feel free to take a listen. If not, I hope to see you the next time. Hello, Group 4, the Star. Welcome to your reading. Who are you becoming? I'm going to try and get the energy that you've been in first, and then see who you're becoming based on the energies that you're working with and what you've been doing. Okay, maybe it seems like you might be a little bit distracted right now. That you are so ready for the bigger, better, badder, that you might be neglecting what it takes to get there. And that there might be feelings like there's a lot of obstacles up against you. It just seems like there's a lot of stress. Maybe there's a lot of work, maybe a little escapism going on here. I just heard like wishful thinking. So I'm getting the energy of a lot of wishes, but maybe not a lot of actions are being taken. So how will you be transforming? Okay, so don't be too hard on yourself with that. Take it easy. We'll slip up sometimes. It's a learning opportunity, time for evolution. So that would be like step 1 in taking action. Don't beat yourself up for not taking action. Maybe this is a time where you need a little bit of that to release stress, to be able to go on with your day more regularly. Maybe that was what you needed as a pick-me-up. Okay. Maybe you have a friend, someone who's going to say something, you're going to hear something, and it's going to spark an idea. There's going to be something that you hear. I'm hearing like inspired action. It's important that you take that inspired action. Energies are always changing, so it's like, you know, you're always going to get another wave, but there's a wave coming up, and pay attention to it. Should you pay attention to it, there's going to be a little learning lesson there. Whether it's a success or a failure, this is something to just get you out there, is what it sounds like. Yeah, you're the magician. You're going to be trying some things out. There might be someone else. Yeah, there's another person who's enticing you, another person who's inspiring you. Maybe you need to find someone to inspire you or have you look up to them. But you're going to get out of this slump that you're in, and you're going to get... you know, you're going to get all your little potions, and you're going to be testing out some spells, it looks like. Whether you're cooking in the kitchen, crafting, trying to solve a problem at work, it just seems that you're going to have this creative spark that you've been wishing for. Like when you've been in bed all day and you're just like, oh, I wish something would inspire me to, like, I don't know, go clean that corner or go create that project or whatever. It just seems like you're actually going to have the energy to do it. You're not going to be forcing yourself to do it. Any last cards? Quick little message. Pile number 4. Pile number 4 almost feels like maybe like a pile-on pile to the other piles, or I don't know. Just a short message. If you feel drawn to another pile, please feel free to get a message. Any other messages for group number 4? The Star. Okay. So you're being asked to use your discernment moving forward. Like I said in the last piles, that there's something that's going to come up, something that's going to inspire you, but you know, whether it's going to be a success or just, you know, some sort of a lesson. It feels like you're being asked to use your discernment because some ideas obviously might be better than others. And consider the source that you're hearing whatever opportunity from. But there's a world out there that is wanting you to wonder and wander, is what I'm hearing. And that you've got all the power within you. Whatever little nudges that you get to help you get your flow going, you already have that within yourself. The message is just coming out to let you know as a reminder that you already have it within you. This is just a little extra boost to help. All right. I hope that this pile resonated with you. If you felt drawn to another, please feel free to read it, and I hope to see you in the next video.